Do you find yourself working so hard, creating so many images, but your bank account just isn't reflecting all that effort? Hey, I'm Sarah Petty. Today, we're going to discuss an all too common trap: why being the cheapest portrait photographer might be keeping your wallet really thin. Ready to flip the script? We'll grab a hot cup of tea and let's dive in, my friend. All right, first let's talk about the perceived value and brand positioning. I want you to think of something you've always looked for the cheapest price to get it. Maybe it's like a gallon of milk. Do you look at that brand as high quality or just as something that checks the box and does what you need it to do? Maybe it's bottled water even. But I even know people who are super loyal to their most expensive bottled water brand that they love. When you're offering your services at the lowest price point, you're positioning your photography business as the low quality bargain option. This harms your brand's reputation in the long term, and it really is attracting clients who are seeking the cheapest deal. If you're just looking for the cheapest milk, if someone has a really delicious milk brand, you're not going to be the one buying it because you don't care about milk. But if you price your services according to your worth, you elevate your brand positioning, and it attracts the clients who value quality and are willing to pay for it. Not everybody does, and I think that's a problem. A lot of people think price is going to repel people. It's only going to repel some people. By building a strong brand, it reinforces the perception of your photography as a luxury, not just a commodity. So that way you can attract the clients who value and are willing to invest in your vision and the artwork that you want to create for them. Let's talk about the value of a Julie client. A photographer who values their work appropriately tends to attract clients who are willing to pay for the quality they offer. These are what we call Julie client. And let me explain what a Julie client is. Do you see this gorgeous lanyard? Julie became so important in my community. We now created an award that my students get when they study with me and they get a $1,000 client. Here's what Julie means. When I started my photography business, I was a hot, broken mess. I was giving everything away and competing on price, attracting the wrong clients, and it was a vicious cycle. And I realized I have newborn twins at home. I can't do this anymore. I need to either figure it out or go get a job. And I have a background in marketing. I was an ad agency marketing director, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to figure this out. And I went out and I marketed, and the first client who came to me was Julie. She was literally a perfect right fit client, and she invested $1,800 even when half of my process was broken. And I was teaching students how to do it, and they would say, well, how do I get a Julie? Or I got my Julie. And so in our community, we started celebrating Julie. So when students get a $1,000 order from following our process, we give them this gorgeous award, and then there are other things they earn along the way. But I believe if you can follow a system and get a client to give you $1,000 or more, you will never go back to just giving away digital files. So that's how we do better, by offering more, doing more, and attracting the right clients. When we lower our prices just to compete with all of the cheap photographers out there, you're not going to attract Julie clients who are willing to pay more for the experience you provide. Now let's talk about building a six-figure business with quality over quantity. One of the common misconceptions in photography is that more sessions means more money. That's what I thought too. If I just work harder, put my head down, more sessions. And that happened to me. I was booked all the time, but I wasn't making any money. I was focusing on quantity. However, if you focus on quality, it will lead you to a more successful business model. So I want you to write this down. If you have 500 sessions at $200, that gets you to six figures. 500 sessions, that's like 10 a week. That's a lot of sessions. That's a lot of digital files, hours and hours of retouching. Or you could do 50 sessions at an average of $2,000. That's one a week. Which one gives you more freedom and time with your family? It's the one where you're doing less work. It absolutely is. By serving fewer clients, but providing higher value and a better experience than the digital file photographers who just do the session and give a ton of retouched digital files? That's how it becomes possible to build a six-figure business with as little as one session a week. Undercutting your prices to get more clients may keep you busier, but it won't necessarily make you more income. Now that you know about Julie, I want to talk to you about how partnerships can multiply your income. When you establish business partners with other business owners, we call them Bobbies, because my first business partner, her name was Bobby. It can be such a lucrative strategy. A Bobby is that business owner who shares our target audience, who refers clients to us. So for my Bobby, this business owner, she owned a kids' clothing store. And every season, she would send me 4 to 6 of her best clients to photograph. And then I would offer them artwork and they would invest thousands of dollars with me. And in return, I would give her images to put on her website and decorate her store. And so she wasn't having to pay money for that. And I had the images anyway. So it was a win-win situation for both of us. And I found my Bobby by building relationships, by talking to her, by giving her things before I asked for things. This is another strategy that underscores the importance of quality over quantity. So if you're known as a cheap photographer and you've been telling people, oh, you get more from me for less, you might not be the first choice for these type of high-value partnerships, because who wants to refer their best clients to a cheap, low-end discount photographer? Nobody does. And all of these pieces work together, and I just want you to know that you can do it. Look, I've walked you through why pricing your photography services at their lowest price can actually do more harm than good. And I taught you how understanding the true value and positioning of your brand, it can transform your business and attract the right clients. And remember, you're not just selling photographs. You're providing a premium personalized experience that your clients can't get anywhere else. By refusing to undercut your prices and prioritizing quality over quantity, you're sure to set yourself apart from the tons of competition. I have it too. And you will be attracting clients who appreciate the true worth of your work. You know what? The best way to keep the head trash about being the cheapest photographer and how being cheap keeps the competitors at bay, it's being part of a community of photographers who value family first and growing a business that doesn't compete on price, and a group that's safe even if you're brand new. We have that exact group, and it is a free group. You can join us on Facebook, and I'll stick the link in the description below. Thank you, my friend, for watching, and you're doing the right thing to build your business. If you haven't subscribed, do that right now so that you can grow your photography business. And if you love today's content, click right here to get more steps, and I'll see you soon.